So, you want to start collecting Disney Cars Diecasts. Let's talk about Sarge. Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another episode of Disney Cars Collector's Guide. Today, I'm going to be going over some of the most important diecast variants of Sarge. Now, Sarge doesn't really have all that many changes. In fact, none of his diecast variants are actual paint job changes, with the exception of the special Star Wars version of him, which I'll get to eventually in this series. But basically every single version of Sarge is just this guy with a bit added to him, like a headset, or an antenna, or lights, or a cannon. So, let's go over some of the most important Sarges. And the ones I'd recommend you guys should buy for your collections, whether you're a new collector or you're a bit experienced. Let's go over some of the most important versions of Sarge. This guy right here is your typical original Sarge. Not quite sure what year this is from. As you can see, his color scheme's a bit off compared to later versions of Sarge here, who all use this one flat dark green color compared to the more sort of pale green on the front and then the darker green on the back. There was actually, as I've mentioned before in the series, a toxic Sarge, as some people like to call it, a lead paint Sarge that had to be recalled way back in 2006, forcing no Sarges to be sold for like the next year, and then, at least I believe that's what happened. But since Sarge went back on the shelves, he's been perfectly fine. So, as you can see here, original Sarge. Not too much special about him. You'd still find him on store shelves to this day, I believe. He wasn't released in 2018, but a new re-release of him has just been spotted as of, actually I believe yesterday, at the time I'm recording this video. So this Sarge will be back on shelves soon. While that Sarge wasn't being sold on shelves, this guy was. This is Sarge with Cannon, who is really a great deal for any new collector. He's sold as a deluxe, so in America, on average, $6 US compared to the $3.50 or $4 you'd get for this guy. This Sarge not only has a bit of a more calm expression, in case you don't want your Sarge to always be really mad, he also includes a pretty cool accessory in the cannon, and this Sarge is a unique version of Sarge with a little attachment at the back. And he comes with this cool little cannon, guaranteed no tailgaters, a very nice little accessory. It does actually have working plastic wheels. And this is actually a pretty great Sarge diecast. And you have a little added bonus in this here, which in the hitch here, which can connect to other trailers from the road trip collection from a few years back. This could also attach to other road trip cars. Keeping with the theme of the episode, here's a road trip Sarge. As you can see, he's got a little hitch. You could attach that there. That works with any other cars from the road trip collection, which I will cover eventually on the series as well. I'm sorry guys, I'm telling myself I have to continue with the series. I have to make the next episode because I want to make this a frequent series. I want to have an episode up a week. I'll probably get to a schedule for putting it out on a certain day of the week. But these videos take a bit longer than the usual review or Cars Adventures. So, yeah, a bit more like thought goes into it for what cars I want to include, or if it's diecast history, what to mention. But I really do want to make this series a bit more frequent on the channel so that I can cover all these topics, like all these little different series and haulers, and the piston cup racers will be really cool when I get to them. So anyway, I would actually really recommend picking up this Sarge if you're a new collector, because you get yourself an exclusive Sarge and you get a little accessory. And then if you don't want to, you don't have to get the normal Sarge. Unless you want to get the normal Sarge, in which case I'd say totally go for it to have the classic Sarge. But I feel like this is a really great alternative to getting Sarge. You pay a little bit of extra money, you get this exclusive version of him, which you can't get anywhere else aside from with the cannon. And you get the little cannon accessory too. Moving on, we have Salutin' Sarge. I believe there wasn't a G in saluting, so it was Salutin' Sarge, which is a very nice mold here. As you can see, the front is raised up, so he could be, as you can see, he's doing the equivalent of like standing straight up, like standing at attention. And he has this little antenna curved around to make it look like he's doing a saluting gesture, saluting motion. Now, the normal Sarge doesn't have an antenna, neither does the Precision Series one. This is the only way to get a Sarge with an antenna, and it's a pretty big, bulky piece. Although he was a chase, so he had a limited run and can never be released again, he wasn't all that expensive. I picked mine up in December of 2017 for around $10 off of eBay. He had a very minor role in the movie, I just thought he'd be a nice one to bring up. And finally, I want to discuss some of the versions of Sarge from Cars 2. Race Team Sarge, which, I mean, he's like $5 on eBay. I should probably pick him up, but I don't have him, so there's a picture of him. Normal Sarge with a more kind of tired expression, a bit calmer, more like this one. Although they do actually have different expressions. And Sarge with headset, who I do have, who's got to be one of my favorite versions of Sarge, with a very great commanding glance and the number 95 on either side, alongside the headset. Anyway, guys, that should be enough to set you off on your Sarge collecting journey. These are some of the most important variants of Sarge released. This has been Disney Cars Collector's Guide. I've been Ty, and remember, if the package says Super Chase, buy that thing as quickly as you possibly can.